All right, today we're going to dive into one of the most famous, most time-tested investment strategies out there. We're going to cut right through all the noise and try to figure out, is there a calmer, maybe even smarter way to navigate the markets?
Does that sound familiar? I mean, for a lot of people, the stock market feels exactly like this. Just a crazy, chaotic store where prices are flashing all over the place and you have no idea if you're getting a good deal or just buying into the latest hype. And that feeling? It comes from what we can just call the market's daily chaos. It's all the noise, all the hype that can make having a solid, sound strategy feel, well, completely out of reach.
I mean, just think about it. The financial news is almost always about what stock went up today, what crashed this morning, or what the hot new trend is for next week. If you're following that constant churn, it feels a lot more like gambling than investing. And honestly, it's just exhausting. But what if you could just ignore all of that noise? What if you had a map that let you just walk calmly through that chaotic supermarket, knowing exactly what you were looking for and why? Well, that's not some fantasy. It's an actual strategy. And this is where the brilliant Benjamin Graham comes in. He's the one who developed what you could call the ultimate smart shopper's guide to the stock market. So what is value investing? At its heart, it's a strategy for finding really solid, capable companies and then buying their stock when the market has basically put them on the discount rack by mistake. It's a long-term game for sure, not a short-term sprint. And it's really that simple. I mean, if you knew a high-quality product was truly worth $1,000, you'd be absolutely thrilled to buy it if the store accidentally put a $500 price tag on it, right? Value investing is just applying that exact same logic to buying a piece of a company. So, the big question, how do you find these incredible bargains? Well, the first step, and honestly, maybe the most important one, is learning what to ignore. It's all about tuning out that market noise. This right here, this is the fundamental shift in focus. On the left, you've got all that market noise, the daily price swings, the temporary trends that make everyone panic. A value investor, they learn to actively ignore all of that. Instead, they focus completely on the right side, the company's fundamentals. They're asking the big questions. Is this a strong business? Does it have a real competitive advantage that's going to last for the next decade? You see, this whole strategy is built on one core belief. The market can be very emotional. It overreacts to bad news, it panics about temporary problems, and right there, in that panic, it creates these incredible opportunities for an investor who's patient. And this creates a really clear, logical flow. So first, some bad news hits, and the market just freaks out, selling off a stock. This pushes the price way down, creating this gap between that new low price and what the company is actually worth. And just like that, a great business is on sale. And that right there is the exact moment a value investor has been waiting for.
Okay, so this brings us to what is probably the single most important lesson in this entire strategy. This is the one idea that really holds the whole thing together.
And here it is, the absolute key to everything. Price is what you pay, but value is what you get. The price, that's just the sticker the market slaps on a stock on any given day. But the value, that's the quality of the business underneath. It's the assets, the earnings power, its future. A value investor's entire job is to figure out that underlying value completely independent of the price tag.
Let's think of it this way. The market price is like a buoy on the surface of the ocean, just getting tossed around by the waves of daily news and emotion. The company's true value? That's the anchor. It's heavy, it's stable, and it's based on solid fundamental things, like its long-term potential. So, as we wrap this up, just remember this. The market is going to shout prices at you all day long. But true investing, it isn't about listening to the loudest voice in the room. It's about asking the smartest question. What is this actually worth? The market will always give you the price. The real work and the real opportunity is in finding the value.